Welcome to day 3 of the Copilot Challenge. Today, we're going to take the results from day 2 and move them over to Pages, which is an interactive canvas in Copilot that lets you edit the results and share it with others. You can think of Pages as smart documents that stay connected to the Copilot chat and lets you refine, organize, and collaborate. You can even run additional prompts and dump them into the same page so that you can build a comprehensive overview of whatever it is you're working on. To get started with today's activity, go to the left-hand navigation menu and select the drop-down for Conversations. Your most recent conversations will be at the top. Then you can click All Conversations to scroll through or search your entire chat history. One way to make it easier to find chats that you want to revisit is to hover over a result, click the 3 dots, and select Rename. Give it a name that is descriptive of the outcome instead of the first few words of the prompt. Select the chat that you created in your day 2 activity. I'm going to select 508 Analysis. I want to turn this information into a report to share with my team, but the problem is the information cannot be edited in Copilot Chat. This is where Pages come in. Scroll down to the bottom of the response to the first prompt and you will see a toolbar. The pencil icon is used to copy the information from the chat to an editable loop page. For today's tip, if you've refined your prompt or asked multiple questions in the same chat, each answer stands alone. Therefore, you would need to copy each response that should be included on your page. In this example, I also asked for a checklist to go with the overview of the regulation. The button to add a response to the page is now a plus sign. Click it to add the information to the current page. The other option is to click the drop-down to either create a new page or add the result to any existing page. To keep this example simple, I'm just going to select the existing 508 page. If you want, you can start editing the information here in Loop. Next, I want to draw your attention to the toolbar in the upper right-hand corner of the Loop page. This is where you will find 3 sharing options. First, click the Share button to generate a sharing link or copy a component to share in another Microsoft 365 app like Teams or Outlook. Second, you can click the Word icon to create a document. The file will be created in OneDrive. You can then share the file from OneDrive or move it to Teams for greater collaboration. Now, the third option only applies if you have a paid Copilot license. Click on the 3 dots and select Add the page to a Copilot Notebook. This is useful when your research is part of a larger project and you want to keep all of the materials together in one container. Now it's your turn. Go to your chat that you created in day 2, create a page, and either share the page with a coworker or create a Word document. Leave me a comment and tell me which option you chose. For those of you who want to do the stretch challenge, we're going to use the chat pane to continue the conversation with Copilot. In this example, the overview says that 508 is aligned with WCAG international norms. I don't really know what that regulation is about, so I'm going to ask Copilot to provide an analysis of WCAG as it applies to creating training materials. The goal is to make sure I have as much relevant information in one place before I start writing my report. So I'm going to take the new information and add it to the existing page. Ask Copilot for more information about your topic and remember to specify a goal, context, source, and expectation. Here's an example of a better prompt for 508 using that framework. The goal is to create a draft implementation plan for applying 508 accessibility standards to new training materials developed for the general public. Now, developed for the general public could also be part of the context. Context is the materials include PDFs, videos, and online courses. Although compliance is not legally required, we aim to adopt best practices to ensure disability-friendly content. The source is reference official Section 508 documents, including resources from 508.gov, DHS, and DoD. The expectation is that the output should be structured as a draft implementation plan with actionable steps organized by content type, i.e., PDFs, videos, and online courses. So take a few moments and practice your prompting skills.